Kuzangbo, I'm Ashok Tirwa. I'm with the ambassador of Japan to India and Bhutan, His Excellency Kenji Hiramatsu. And we'll be talking about the Japan Week and the relationship between Bhutan and Japan. Kuzangbo sir, and welcome to Bhutan first of all.
Thank you very much for inviting us in this program.
Okay, and would you like to tell us what is the purpose of your visit this time?
After the inauguration of the new government, I'd like to find the earliest possible timing to come to Bhutan to convey our unwavering support to Bhutanese development under the new government. So I'm happy to be here again. This is my 14th visit to Bhutan in my tenure as ambassador to Bhutan. And we really congratulate a very successful general election which took place here in Bhutan, and a very smooth transition to the new government. We are very pleased to see that, and we like to continue to support Bhutan's development and new Prime Minister Mr. Serin's commitment to the people, and also to implement 12th five years development program in this country. So I'm here as a friend to convey our strong message that Japan always stands with Bhutanese people and government to support Bhutanese development in the future.
And would you like to talk about the Japan Week that you'll be inaugurating?
Before that, I'd like to talk a little about our recent exchanges between two countries, if I may. Since 2 years ago, 2016, we celebrated the 30th anniversary of our establishment of diplomatic relations between two countries. Last year, Princess Mako of Akshino came to Bhutan. I still remember very warm and enthusiastic welcome extended to Her Royal Highness. I am very pleased to have this kind of welcoming by Bhutanese people. And this year, former Prime Minister Tobughe visited Japan in April, and in June, our Foreign Minister Taro Kono came to visit Bhutan. This is our first cabinet minister level visit to Bhutan from Japanese government. That demonstrates that our relationship is now growing in a very significant and rapid manner. And as I said, we like to continue to have this kind of a very warm and strong relationship between two countries, two governments, and the newly established government in this country. This is the reason why I said before I chose the best and the earliest possible timing to come here to convey this Japanese government message to your government and the people of Bhutan. And about Japan Week, this is my third Japan Weeks I attended. We like to showcase various aspects of our Japanese culture, and I like to let Bhutanese people more familiar with Japanese culture, Japanese tradition. This year, tomorrow, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll inaugurate this Japan Weeks in Clock Tower Square. In that inauguration opening ceremony, we like to have it's called shamisen performance. Shamisen is a Japanese traditional three-stringed musical instrument. The team will come from Japan to Bhutan for this particular session, and we will have performances of judo and karate and kendo. Kendo is sword fighting martial arts. The team will come from Japan to perform kendo in this particular ceremony. And from tomorrow, we'll have film sessions. We'll showcase, we'll present 2 films in this occasion. So with these programs, I hope that many Bhutanese people will get more familiar with Japanese culture and tradition.
So it's basically to familiarize Japanese tradition and culture.
Yes.
You're showcasing this Japan Week.
Yeah, but I hope that you will join us and you'll participate some of the programs and to see firsthand what Japanese culture, tradition are all about.
So we have our own culture and traditions, and which, as a friend, if Bhutan wishes to showcase our cultures and tradition in Japan, would it be possible in the future?
I think it was 2 years ago. There was a big exhibition in Japan. In that, your very rich culture, textile and dance, presented in this very successful exhibition. I know that many people came to this exhibition, and people really realized how rich and how diverse your culture is. So I think there is a big interest in Japan. So there is a chance that you'll have another round of exhibition, some, Bhutan Week, something in Japan in near future.
In which areas of development efforts would Japan like to focus?
We have a very long tradition of supporting Bhutan's development, starting from 1964, when Dasho Nishioka came to Bhutan to support agricultural development. And we are having a lot of agriculture-related programs, and we have already provided 3,600 power tillers. We are supporting mechanization of agriculture, especially in rural areas. And also we are supporting the construction of bridges and roads. This is very important infrastructure for enhancing the income level, especially in rural area. When I came last time here, I inaugurated a bridge in Wandu province, and it was, I think, 22nd bridge we constructed in this country, and another 4 bridges are under construction. I hope that these will be completed by 2020. So this is another demonstration of a Japanese government's strong wish to support the infrastructure project. Not only for infrastructure, but also we are supporting health-related project too. Again, when I was here last in June, I inaugurated provision of by equipment to central and regional referral hospitals in Thimphu and other cities by providing X-ray equipment and also CT scan machines. I am very glad to hear that these machines are very well used, much better than we anticipated. So I see a lot of needs for this kind of medical equipment we have already provided. So we are happy to continue to support infrastructure development, agricultural field, and also basic human needs areas, including health, education, and capacity building.
Okay. We are very grateful for Japanese assistance in our development efforts so far. And do you have particular focus in the future for Bhutan?
I like to support the accomplishment of 12th 5-year plan. And we have been discussing quite a lot what kind of project, what kind of priority areas we like to see in the future. And as I said, the rural development, especially agricultural development, is very important for entire development of this country. So we like to continue to support our infrastructure project in rural area, and also by providing machines to mechanize agriculture in rural areas, and also to have a more balanced development between rural and urban area. I think we are supporting the program which is called Project for Formulation of a Comprehensive Development Plan for Bhutan 2030, in which we are going to support especially rural area development, how to have a better plan for rural area programs. That is technical cooperation, to extend our cooperation by sending experts in rural areas to come up with the programs for rural developments.
Okay. Okay, when we're talking about rural developments, we also have a problem there. The current problem has been migration from rural areas to urban areas. Of course, through your JICA office in the country has been helping there. So what kind of experience did Japan face in the past? Did you have a similar kind of problem? And can we apply those solutions that you came up with in this context?
Yes, of course we had this kind of experience. There are migration from rural to big cities like Tokyo. It is still happening. So we are concentrating our efforts how to put more resources for rural developments by energizing rural economies and by supporting agricultural development or by supporting infrastructure project. So this kind of experience, of course, can be transferred to Bhutanese case. That's why this particular plan for Bhutan 2013 is focusing how to have a better and balanced development between rural and urban area. I see some urban problems happening in this country too, and maybe emission of from automobile should be reduced, or you may have a solid waste management problem, and overall environment problems is becoming an issue in this country too. So our next focus maybe is to support environmental preservation in this country. For example, forest management and also urban area environmental development. So these kind of programs we like to have a more focus. At the same time, Japan has a lot of experience in dealing with natural disasters, such as earthquake and typhoon and flood and so on. We have, in a sense, everything. So we like to make use of our experience and technology to support possible natural disaster Bhutan may face in the future. So this is natural disaster management is one of the area which may be our focus in the future.
And the other areas that Japan has been helping Bhutan in communications, and particularly, let me talk about Bhutan Broadcasting Service, where we used to get assistance in terms of experts, equipments, but that has stopped in the last 2 years. Is it going to continue in the future?
Yes, I think Bhutan Broadcasting Service is only broadcasting service available in this country. It plays a very important role in disseminating necessary informations and educating people. So that's why we supported this BBS by sending experts and also by sending volunteers. We are happy to continue to support if there are any requests coming from your side, for example, by sending more people, by providing some equipment, and by providing some technology for upgrading your service or BBS. So we are open-minded. If there are any requests coming from your side, we will continue to look into in a very positive manner.
Okay, thank you for that, Your Excellency. So, what are the other areas apart from, of course, Your Excellency highlighted that it was very evident that Japan is taking a keen interest in the development and assistance of Bhutan. That you have, apart from what we have asked for, you have also identified some areas where you can be of help. Earlier, when I was talking to Foreign Secretary, he was telling me that now, 50 years ago, Japan looked exactly like Bhutan. So we are at that stage. So what are your advice? How do we move forward in our development efforts?
I think that, as I said, we like to support accomplishment of 12 five-year plans. This is well balanced and very comprehensive development program. So we like to identify some of the areas of real needs, and Japan can help. And as I said, maybe infrastructure development continue to be a very important area. and also you may have issues like disaster risk management and environment-related issues, and above all, I think capacity building of the people and the skill development play a very vital role. For that, we have been inviting various experts to Bhutan, to Japan, to be trained, and we like to dispatch more experts. By the way, we have already dispatched 600 Japanese volunteers to Bhutan. Still, I think 25 or 27 volunteers are actively working around Bhutan, especially in community level. So we are happy to have this kind of program to have a more capacity building, vocational training, and skill development. That is fundamentally important for Bhutanese development. So not only very hard infrastructure, but also we like to have a more soft development project, such as capacity building project. That is very important for your development. And so we like to have a balanced approach to achieve our common goal. And we are very close friends. Every time I come here, I feel very at home. And the landscape and natural beauty and forests and rivers remind me my days of childhood. I see a lot of similarity, especially in rural. It's still, I think, very similar as landscape you can find in Japan. So many Japanese people have a very strong friendship toward Bhutan. So we are committed to do whatever we can do to support your development, to strengthen our relationship as very close friends. So I, as an ambassador, I'll continue to come to this country as frequently as possible and to see possible areas of cooperation and strengthen our relationship in government and also personal level.
Okay. Your Excellency, finally, I'd like to ask, when you're talking about assistance and development efforts, how does it work? Do we have to put our needs forward, or it's a Japanese government who is going to identify some of the areas, or is it, in how many ways can it work?
We have already established mechanisms to have an annual consultation about our official development assistance programs. We can make use of this assistance, this opportunity to identify some of the projects. But we want to be as quickly as possible to respond to your needs. If there are any needs from your side, we are happy to expedite this process of our assessment and preparation for implementation of this project. So we are very open-minded again to accept any kind of requests from your side. But not only government, but also nowadays public sector will play a very important role. Last June, I came with a big Japanese business delegation. 21 representatives of big Japanese companies came to Bhutan to interact their counterparts and to have a briefing from your government. They have become very enthusiastic to do more business in this country. So not only government level, I think private sector will take a very important role in supporting any, business sector in this country. So I see already some projects are ongoing between Japan and India in the business level. So I like to encourage this kind of business-to-business interaction between two countries. And also, I think this is just a beginning, but we like to see more interaction taking place in the future.
Japan is also preparing to enthronement of a crown prince next year. And so would you like to share something about that to Buddhist people?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to say that our imperial family and Bhutanese royal family have been enjoying very strong friendship. This is the foundation of our bilateral relationship. And as I said, Crown Imperial Highness Mako visited Bhutan last year, and 2011, Their Majesties of King and Queen of Bhutan visited Japan. They are overwhelming received, welcomed by Japanese people. So this is very important for bilateral relationship. Our current emperor will abdicate from its throne after 30 years next April. So we'll have a crown prince to be enthroned just after that. So you have a new beginning of our imperial family. So I will host National Day reception tomorrow to celebrate Emperor's birthday. So this will be the last Emperor's birthday. So it is something very special. I hope that many Bhutanese people come to attend this ceremony, reception, to celebrate together this very special occasion.
Occasion for Japanese as well as Buddhist people. That is what we share. You rightly highlighted that the very foundation of our relationship is our kings and queens and your emperor. So on that note, I'd like to thank you very much for your valuable time, and it was a pleasure having you in the show. And this has been an exclusive interview with the Ambassador of Japan to India and Bhutan, Mr. Kenji Hiramatsu. Thank you all for watching this program. I'm Ashok Tirwal. This is goodbye for now.